Greetings and salutations, test takers. This is Dean Tenney coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas. I'm working my way through the explication requests that piled up over the weekend. I'm hoping to get through all of them. The best free supplement to your paid study materials is my YouTube channel. We will help you with any question from any vendor. If for some reason I don't get through all of them or you have more, you can send them my way, or you can join us, bring your questions to our Tuesday weekly live stream. All right, so this is about a convertible bond. So convertible bond, and it says you bought it at par. And par remembers 1,000, so, you know, I shouldn't have to tell you that. You should definitely know that par for bonds is 1,000. And in the primary market, if you buy it new, that's what you would expect to pay. Now, that would be different outside of the test fantasy land, but on the test, we could kind of rely upon that. Its conversion price is, the conversion price is 31.25. Now, that is set up, those terms, when the bond is issued. I can't stress this enough to you. So, you know, when you get a conversion price, when given the conversion price, you need to establish the conversion ratio. You can't do anything in the convertible until we establish the conversion ratio. We need to know how many shares we can turn this bond into. And as I said, those terms are based on par. So what we're going to do is we're going to take par and we're going to divide by the conversion price, and that will establish the conversion ratio, and that's what we need. You know, I can't imagine any draw in which you're not going to have to do perhaps like a parity calculation or something like that. If it's the SIE, this is it. But if it's a 7, you might even have to do a parity calculation. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take par, which is 1,000. Now, be careful. If this was a preferred stock, it would be 100. Right, I'm going to divide by the conversion price, which in this case is 31.25, and that will give me the conversion ratio. So let me get my calculator. 1,000 divided by 31.25 is 32 shares. Sometimes we would say that 32 to 1, so what it means is we can get 32 shares for each bond, but that is the conversion ratio. Now, that's not going to change unless there's a stock dividend or stock split. I mean, within the trust indenture, you know, that's where we find the promises between the issuer and the trustee for the benefit of the bondholders. We would have to make adjustments for stock dividends and stock splits, but if not, that's what it's going to be. And, you know, at the end of the term, they're going to say, do you want 32 shares of our common stock, the issuer? Do you want your $1,000 back? And almost always on the test, the answer is going to be, we're going to convert. There's no tax consequences to that conversion. So once again, please note, we haven't even looked at the question yet. We're just doing all the work we need to do to get ready to answer the question. So here's the question. The bond's market price increases 20%. So 20% of 1,000 means the current market price now of the bond is 1,200. Current market price, boom. CMP just means current market price. It went up 20%. And, you know, if they were going to ask me to do parity, I would take the 1,200, I would divide by 32, but that's not what it says. It says, what is the conversion ratio? The conversion ratio doesn't change. The conversion ratio was and still is and will remain 32 shares. And so that is the answer. Now, when I shop the answer set, as I said, they express it in this answer set is 32 to 1. That's what that means in English. So, by the way, you would just pick whatever approximates your, you know, LED display. Not testable, but if they'd ask parity, then you would take the 1,200 and divide by 32, and that would give you what we call parity of the stock. My guess is that the person who requested this is trying to do more than what's being asked. And, this has nothing to do. So let's just get rid of this. This was a trick. You don't need that. It has nothing to do with answering the question. The question doesn't change based on the market price. Parity would, but not this. The conversion ratio was and still is 32. All right. I hope you found that helpful. Remember, inch by inch, your exam is a cinch, yard by yard, your exam is hard, and I'll see you for the next explication. I still got about 5 or 6 more of these for various different exams that I'll be posting.